It's week 3 of the NFL, and the focus is on Patrick Queen. He was all over the place last week with double-digit tackles and a sack. It's the Steelers and the Raiders under the lights on Sunday night.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. Ready. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. In early 2nd and long they're facing. Mond going to throw it. He gets this to Davante Adams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Mond. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 53 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity.
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1 from the 2. To throw is Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Second drive of the game coming up for this offense. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Mon looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mond out of the shotgun. That is caught. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Clock keeps moving.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, the numbers for White a week ago. 21 carries, 78 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Now Fields. Pickens on the slant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now run straight ahead with Warren. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Zamir White returning to the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. Here comes third down and 7. Here's Mon. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
He'll let this go for Adams.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The Raiders are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. The kick by Carlson is good.
And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Fields.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
3rd and 8. Off play action. Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Fields throw hauled in by Washington.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Fields.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They stay on the ground with White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead here with White. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have regained the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On play action, Fields.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
A handoff for Warren. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
This is 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to.
Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here's Zim. Turning to the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it... Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Mon's throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were winning.
But no break. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
They toss it to Warren.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tyree Wilson
brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. 3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mon looks to throw.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Opting to run again here with White. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Hands it off out of the gun. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's White. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second down and 4. Running left, it's Warren. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They overload him that time on a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Abdullah to return. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 117 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They go right back to White here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. Second down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. Gets through and now an opening. Still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers. 50 yards. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now a first down throw, Fields. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Fields. Pickens on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And just shutting him off there. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That one good for 37 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Back to throw, Fields. Back to Renfro again, complete.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Fields now to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here, but they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a one-score game. It's only logical.
On 4th down, Fields.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's Zamir White returning to the field.
He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. You know, came out, springing his legs, a little pep in his step, and he's taking off and running really well in the 3rd quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, and some guys, they're happy when that break gets there.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
2nd down. Here's Mond again.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Here's A.J. Cole now
as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the give, it's Warren.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. it hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Tyree Wilson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Fields. He's got this to Pickens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Third down and 1. Now 1-1. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 9. Here's one. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 31. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down to move it closer. Warren will try the right side. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Boswell's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And able to get this out to the 25. On first down, here's Mon. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Mon. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. And he'll go out of bounds and appears right at the 45. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Mon going to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bowers. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And they go play action here. Mon. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's third and 9. Off the play fake, Mon. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From his goal line here, Fields.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, with time starting to become a factor.
Mond looks to throw on first down.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They'll try the right side here with White. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They stay on the ground with White. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Here's Mond. They're going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a run with first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the lead.